and it is a pseudocode to accept two number from a user, then add and subtract this number with the help of two procedure, and add and subtract. Define add and subtract procedure to accomplish the required functionality. Okay, can you do it? You have to define two procedures or two function. Let's say two function you have to define. Okay, so as we know, for defining a function, we're using function keyword. Function name, parameter data type, like suppose numeric, and parameter name, suppose num. So two type of data type we are using here. Then already we go for it, the product of two number. Again, I will tell you, which is helping you to solve that problem.
Okay. Okay, I'll try.
Okay.
One second.
So first, for defining a function name is used. I open it.
You put function name.
First, define function name is product of number. Then it is taking a parameter numeric n number one, n number two. Okay, so it contains the parameter. It is called as a function declaration. Now then function is implemented here. Here the function is implemented, product of number, numeric number one and numeric num2. So begin numeric number 3 equals to number 1 into number 2. So it is multiply the two numbers and it is returning the result. Then it is the main block we define here. It is your main block. So first we define a function. Function name is product of number, which contain the numeric number 1 and numeric number 2. Then function product of numbers, numeric number 1 and numeric n number 2, which is multiply the two number 1 and number 2, and store in the number 3, and it return the value in number 3. So now we define here begin numeric number 1, number 2 and end result. So we are defining three variable here, number 1, number 2 and result. The display enter the first number, so we accept it. Display enter the second number, we accept it. So two number we accept. Then result equals to, we are calling the function. For calling a function, call function name is used. And what are the value we are passing here? First number and second number, it is stored here. Number 1 and number 2, the value is stored here. This value is going to where? It is store in the norm1 and norm2. Now it is multiplied number 1 into number 2 and the result is stored in the number 3. So after the result stored in number 3, it is written the number 3 value. This number 3 value it comes and store in the result. Okay. Now it is the function that we are using to define a or for working with the multiplication part. Now your question is what? Write a pseudocode, accept two numbers from a user. Then you have to add and subtract. So two functions you have to define. One is add, another is subtract. Okay, there is one function is defined like for find out the multiplication. Here two function you have to define like add and subtract. Okay, so you have to do it by using a function. So share your screen.
I can't share my screen.
Just a minute. I'm allow you. Now share your screen. Open your WordPad. First, you have to define two functions.
Add and subtract.
For defining a function, what to write? Function, right? Function.
Function name.
Small, lower f. Function name is add, add. Don't write function name. Write add.
I don't understand.
You write here.
I'm not understanding what you're saying.
For defining a function, you write function. Function name is add. Then parameter is numeric in norm1 and norm2. Is a way of defining function. See the chat box. So similar way, you have to define another function subtract.
Let me look at the chat box. Okay.
Then similar way, you have to define another function, subtract function.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
In next line, right?
Yeah.
Right. Function sub, subtract. Function sub. Sub, ub, not right, subtract, right? Like you are defining add, similar way you define sub, then parameter, numeric n num1 and n num2.
Can you please type it in the chat?
Don't write subtract. Only write sub, short form. Sub for ball. Remove subtract. B. Remove V, write B. B for ball.
B from ball. Okay.
Ball. Boston. B for B. SUB.
Oh, it should be okay.
Okay. Then define parameters. Numeric, norm1 and norm2.
Um, I don't understand.
Like this one. Add. In add, you define what? Numeric n norm1 and n norm2. So in the subtract also you define numeric n norm1 and n norm2. In bracket.
Okay, I'll add breath.
Check. Like in the add, in which way define, in the subtract also same way you have to define. You write
Wow.
so in this way define. You are not right correctly. Numeric n is capital n is capital, then comma n num2. See the chat box.
Why do we have to put? Why do we have to put n num1 and n num2?
Yes.
We only have to put one, right? Because only one numeric has subtraction. Only one numeric has addition. Oh,
No.
wait, no, I know. So do we need to like, so the both numerics, do we have to like add and subtract them? Is that why we're doing function sub and function add?
It is a way to taking the two input. It is not like that it gives you the result. For the result, you have to define one numeric. Okay, but this function is used to take the input from the user, so that you have to define the two value. Okay,
Mhm.
so recorrect it. I have sent the syntax in message box. Look at this. Okay, then next line what to write?
Then next one we have to put accept
No,
and
in a function, first it is a declaration is happening. Then
Mhm.
implementation of function. Then write function
function name.
add function add. Okay, then again numeric n norm1 and n norm2. N norm1 and n norm2. Okay, then in next line write begin and end. In between begin and end, for storing result, write end result, numeric end result.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Right, numeric in begin and end, in between begin and end, right? End
I wrote it right.
numeric result. Right, in the begin and end, right? Write it.
I don't. I will begin and end right. I will begin and end right.
In begin and end.
I wrote it right.
Hmm.
I wrote it. I'm sorry. I'm not quite
Uh,
understanding.
you
Can you write in the chat exactly what you want to do?
after function, when write here begin, then in begin, write here in numeric res. Okay, after begin write n numeric res. Sorry, numeric n res. I just wrongly written. Numeric n res. Okay, write it after begin.
I wrote after begin, right? Oh.
Yes, yes, yes. Numeric n res. No, no, no. Numeric. Don't write that one. That one is the incorrect. Second one. Second one you write. Numeric n res. Numeric n res. Yes. N res. Capital small n res. Small n capital res. Good. Now comes to the next line. Come to the next line. Then for storing the addition, for storing the addition, what to write? In result, we store the addition of the two numbers. Then what to write?
In return, we what?
Result equals to n res equals to n res equals to
I'm not sure.
so in the next line, right? N res equals to n num1 plus n num2. Okay. Then write it is return the value. So write here return res. Okay. So after this line, return res. Then after end, press enter. So you have to define another function. We give a functionality to add function. Then now you have to give a functionality to subtract function. Okay. So after end, write function subtract. Like we define add, similar way you define subtract. Write it. After end, press enter. After end,
I don't quite understand what you mean by this.
no. Come to the next line. After end,
Uh,
after end, Press enter. Yes. So here we define what? Function add. The similar way you have to define another function. Function sub. Function sub. Fun. The previously you are also fun. You have not written here. If you going to the second line, n is missing. N is missing where? Fuc you have written in the second line. First second line. Go to the second line. Tion. You have written u. Remove u. Ti function. Okay, so in that particular line, you have written capital N num1. So write small n, capital N. Numeric, small n, then capital N. Small n, capital num1. Small n, lowercase n, s, then capital N. Caps N. Okay. Then come to the next. Lower n. Okay, good. Now you define. Now comes to the last line. Function SUV. Define function SUV.
I'm sorry, can you
Yeah,
write it?
last line. Last line. You have only written function, na? So you write function SUV. Come to the last line. Good. B. You have written B. SUB. Then write this one, numeric n num1 and n num2. Same line. Start the bracket. Okay. Then numeric. Yes. N num1. Just that you have defined in add function, similar way you have to define. Good. 1. Then, okay. Yes. Enter. Start. Begin.
Sorry.
Begin. Next. What to write? Numeric n res 1. Right? N res 1. numeric n numeric, right? Numeric result is defined, you write. Okay, R is capital. In NRES1, R is capital. Okay, now comes to the next line. So right here for subtraction, what to write? Here we written n res equals to n num1 plus num2. Then for subtraction, what to write? Tell me. Or you write? Then I rectify you. Look at this. Look at this. What we have written? What we have written here? Numeric NRES. You have written numeric NRES1. Okay. Then here we define NRES equals to num1 plus num2. So here I have given a text to subtract the number. Then what to write?
I'm sure what you mean. I'm not sure what you mean.
Do not understand?
No, I do not.
See here. In function add, we use what? For adding a number by defining numeric NRES. Okay. The result equals to num1 plus num2. The similar way, here we go for a subtraction by defining numeric NRES1. Then in place of this line, what to write here? NRES1 is equals to, for subtraction, what to write?
Can you please type in chat what you want me to write out? I don't quite understand. So I have to write function add numeric, right?
No. You have to write here NRES1 equals to n num1 n num1 minus n num2. This one you write. Okay, so you have what? NRES equals to n num1 plus num2. So here we go for one changes like n num1 minus n num2. Got it?
Okay.
So right, rectify it. Remove that line.
Remove the what?
Remove this function add and write this one. NRES equals to n num1 minus n num2. Okay, so now write in this line. Okay, what to write?
Um,
In this line. Here we have written what? Return result. Return.
Return result.
So here you did wrong thing. Return NRES1 in this line. Return NRES1. This line, this line, this line. See that? I have pointed here. Return NRES1. So we have defined NRES.
I can't see where you point.
You are not hearing me properly.
So I can't see where you're pointing.
Oh, you are not able to see. Just a minute. Just a minute. See that? Now able to see.
Yeah, return at rest, right?
Now you are able to see that what marking? My marking.
Yes, I am.
Now in the place you have written wrong thing. Right? NRES1. Return NRES1. You are defining what RES. So write NRES. This one. NRES. This part. Okay.
Okay.
Right?
One second.
Return NRES.
Okay, return.
Right?
And like this, right? I did. I don't.
This line you have to change.
Oh, what do I have changed?
NRES, small n, capital, this one, NRES. N, R is in the uppercase. Okay, good, good. Now here you have to write NRES1, good word. NRES1, R is capital. R is good, good. Next line, you have to place what? End. Right, end. Okay. Then you have to start the main block. So for starting the main block, write begin and end. Right, begin and end. Okay. So in the begin and end, for taking the input from user, then you have to define here you have to define three variables: two for taking the number, one for storing the result. So define here three variables for storing numeric value. Define three variables. What to define?
I'm not sure.
Numeric n NUMB1, then N NUMB2, then N display. Okay, is visible?
Yeah, see this?
Then write that part in begin and end. In the begin and end part, write that one. Between begin and end.
Which one? The R. Which one?
Here you have to write. Check. Here. This one. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know, but what do I write?
Numeric n num1. So I clear it. numeric n, NUMB1, NUMB2, and display. N, yes, N1 is correct, no issue. Then N2, comma N2, comma. After N1, write comma, give comma, N2, then display, DISP. Okay, then comes to next line.
Okay.
So in the next line, you supposed to be take the input from a user. So first you display enter number, right?
Yeah.
Right. Next line, right? Press
Next
enter.
line. Next line. Okay.
Right. Display, right? Display enter number.
Okay.
See that here in the place of display, just a minute. So in the place of display, you can write DISP. Okay, so here you write DISP. In the place of display, write DISP. This one, here. Here. I have defined mark. Check.
Yeah, right.
Write DISP. In place of display, write DISP. Okay. Then display enter a number, put it in a single quotation, single quote. Display enter number. This line. Here you put, you have to put in a single quotation. In this line, you write what? Display enter a number. Okay. In single quotation, you have to pass. This line. So I am highlighting again.
Okay.
This one.
Right here.
In this line, write display enter a number. Remove previous one. Remove previous all the things. Remove previous all the things. This one. Remove. Okay.
Wait, what? Why can't I just
display enter a number? Okay, good. Display enter a number. Then next comes to next line, accept a number. Press enter. Come to the next line.
okay.
Come to this line.
Okay.
Then accept N1. Yes. So similar way, write display second number. Display enter second number.
Mm. Wait, what?
Display enter second number.
Display
Enter second number.
second
Number.
like that.
Then next, good. Next come. Next come to the next line. Accept.
One, two, one. Accept.
Yes. Accept. What to write?
Um,
N1 we taken. We have taken. Then what to write here?
accept until.
Yes. Good. Into. Then here you have to. Here one thing you have to write. Then display. Here you have to pass. Just a minute. So in this line, you have to pass display equals to call first you have to call add and pass the number is n1 and n2 and again you write here display equals to call subtract n1 and n2. Okay, so this line you have to pass the disp, not write display, disp. See that what I have written, see that disp call add. We're calling a function. It is used for what? Calling function. We're calling a function add and we're passing a value. And here we're calling a function subtract, then we're passing a value n1 and n2. Change it. See, are you there?
Yes, I'm right here.
Right, change it. Display call add display equals to call add n1 and n2. Then display equals to call subtract n1 and n2. So the value we are passing to the function. No, you are not written correctly. Check. It is visible that what I have written, it is visible to you.
No, where have you written it? Where have you written it?
So it's visible too.
I don't know where you wrote it, so I don't know if it's visible to me.
Okay, okay. Just a minute. I will send it into the chat box. Yes. This part you have to write. Check.
Okay.
Write only SUB, not write subtract SUB. As because the function we define here SUB. So remove the subtract. Right? Call SUB. Call SUB. Remove TRACT.
What? Oh, okay.
Okay. So it is the way of calling a function. Okay. So for creating, defining a function, implementing a function, then calling a function. First you define it, then you have to implement it, then you have to call it. That is the way of defining a function. Here,
Yes, clear.
now stop your sharing.
Okay. Stop sharing.
Now we move to the array. Okay, so working with array. Array is what? So I go for a video, then you will understand it. Just a minute. what is an array? We look this video. Okay, the management of Rockwood High School is organizing quiz competition. A maximum of 10 students from each school are shortlisted to participate in this competition. The management want to automate the registration process for the quiz competition. So you have been assigned a task of creating a application. You can store the name and marks of 10 students. Okay, so for storing the 10 student mark, see there, the management of Rockwood High School is organizing quiz competition. The maximum of 10 students for each school are shortlisted. So 10 students will go for the competition. The management want to automate the registration process of the quiz competition. So you have been assigned the task of creating an application that can be store the name and marks of 10 students. So you have to store the name and marks of 10 students. For storing the 10 student information, you have to define the 10 variable. So 20 variable you have to define. For storing mark, 10 variable is required or 10 location is required. And for storing name, again 10 location is required. So in total, you require the 20 variable. So 20 variable is required to store the value. Okay. So when you manage this 20 variable, it is very difficult task for anybody to manage it. 20 variable is very
Difficult time.
what complex part. Got it?
Yeah, got it.
Now, what is the solution? So for one school, you have to manage the 20 variable. If it is 50 school, then it is really very confusing. If 50 student of 5 school want to participate the quiz competition, then 100 variable is required. Okay, 100 variable is required, which is again very complex tax for storing the value. Now, therefore, in the situation, there is no need to RA saying that you don't define this 100 variable. You have to store only the 2 variable where all the values are stored. Okay, it declare the variable that can be store the name of 50 student or another variable that store the 50 student marks. The name of 50 student is stored in one location, mark of 50 student is stored in another location. The two different location we define to store the value. So in the situation, we define the 50 student information here. The name information is stored in one, mark is stored in another array. Clear?
That's clear.
So that for defining an array, So array is what? Array is a collection of element of a single data type that is stored in adjacent memory location. Okay, so there is no need to define more than one value. So you have to define a single location where you store all the value. You can access an element of an array by the subscript value. Just a minute, I will show in a whiteboard. It is helping you.
Okay. Hello?
So we'll show you the location for storing the 5 value.
Hello? I'm not
Yes,
able to
yes.
hear you.
I am showing you. Just I have written in the whiteboard. Just a minute. Just 1 minute. The screen. Just a minute. See there. So it's saying you.
Mhm.
mm, Just a minute. I adjust my camera. Okay. Now check. Here I define for I want to store the 5 value. For storing the 5 value, here I define the 5 different memory allocation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So it's saying that if you want to define an array without defining the 5 different memory allocation, I have to define the one memory location. So it is a one memory location where I have stored. It is a index number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just I go for video setting. It is clear you. Now check. So it's saying that for storing the 5 different value, I have defined the 5 different memory allocation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 5 memory allocation I have to define. 1, 2, 3, 4, then 5. So it's saying that without, when it is a array, so there is no need to define the 5 different memory allocation. You have to store a single memory allocation. It is a single memory. Okay. In single memory, I have divided into 5 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. The single memory is divided into 5 parts, and all the element is accessed through the index number. So it is called as the array index number is starting from 0. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So it is called as the index number. Clear?
Yes, clear.
It is called as the index number. 0 is the index number. Array index number is starting from 0, then followed by the 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And array length is what? Length is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But array index number is starting from 0, 1, 2, 3, then 4. Clear? So
Yes, sir.
it is called as the your array. It is called as the array. And without defining this 5 memory allocation, here I have defined a single memory allocation where I have stored all the value. Got it?
Yes.
So it is called as the array. Just again this it. So that it is called as array is a collection of element in a single data type that is stored in a adjacent memory location. You can access an element of an array by subscript number. The subscript number, also called as the index number, specify the position of the element within the array. Means where your element is stored. The subscript number is saying that the first element of the array has stored in the index number 0, and the last element has stored in index number 1 less than the size of the array. Okay, so if your array size is 5, then your last index position is what? 5 minus 1, 4. So that example I have showing you in a whiteboard, that we define what 5 different location, and when you store the value, the last index position is, suppose your array length is 5, that 5 minus 1 is 4, last index position is 4. Clear?
Yes, clear.
Based on the number of indices, array can be of the two type. One is single dimension array, another is multi-dimension array. So let me show you the example. So I will show you in the whiteboard, just wait. Let me write.
Hello?
I'm audible.
Yes, you are.
See there. It is a single
Okay.
dimension and multi-dimension. In single dimension array, the element are stored in a single row. It is stored in a single row. Okay. So it is called as the zero index. It is 0. It is 1, 2, then 3 and 4. It is a single dimension array. In multi-dimension array, the element are stored in multiple row and multiple column. Here multiple row is present. It is called as the 0 row, 1 column. 0 and 1 row, it is column 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay. So the first position is called as, this position is called as the 0, 0. It is called as the 0, 0. This position is called as the 0, 1. This position is called as the 0, 2. This position is called as 0, 3. And here it is called as the 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 2, then 1, 3. It is called as the multi-dimension array. So 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3. So here 1 is means first is represent for row, second is represent for column. The first is, suppose if you write the, suppose if you write 1, 0, that means it is represent as a row, and this 0 is representing the column. It is representing column, it is representing row. It is a single dimension array, it is called as a multi-dimension array. In single dimension array, element are stored in a single row, okay, and multiple column. In multi-dimension array, the element are stored in a multiple row and multiple column. Got it?
Got it.
Okay. That is called as the difference between single dimension array and your multi-dimension array.
Okay. Mhm.
Okay, now I share my screen.
Okay, sure.
Okay. So based upon the number of indices, the array can be of two type. One is single dimension array that uses one subscript and represent a single row. And in the multi-dimension array, the element are stored two or more subscript value, and it is represented as a collection of row and column. Then for defining an array, we have to define first data type, variable name, then size. First, you have to define the data type. Which type of value that you have to store in an array. If I want to store the array element of numeric, I have to define here numeric type. Numeric, array name, then size is 5. Numeric, array name, size is 5. So it is called as the numeric data type. Okay. 5 is the size, means how many value you want to store in array, that the size you have to given. So numeric array 5, 5 is the size, how many size value you have to store. Got it?
Yes, got it.
Then in multi-dimension array, the element are stored in a multiple row and multiple column. First, you have to define data type, variable name, row and column format. So first is row, second is for column. So 2 is for row, 3 is for column. So it is showing you the data type, then variable name. First is row, then second is column. Numeric, row is 2 row and 3 column. Okay.
Okay.
So it is the way of defining single dimension array, multi-dimension array. In single dimension array, as it is contain only one row, then you have to define only 5. 5 means in a single row, 5 column is defined. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In multi-dimension array, so it is divided into 2 row and 3 column. Like it is divided into this 1 and 2 row and 3 column. 1, 2, 3 column. Okay.
Mhm.
It is called as your multi-dimension array. So once an array is declared, you need to populate it with the value. The populate means to store the value in an array. For storing the value in an array is called as initialization. So when you write a equals to 5, so a is a value. Then when you write a equals to 5, that means in a we store the value 5. So that process is called as the initialization. Similar way, when you define an array, then you have to store numeric array 5. So 14, 15, 17, 45, 81. So that is called as the what? This process is called as the initialization. For storing the value, that we call as it is initialization. Once the array is declared, you need to populate it through the value. The process is known as called as the initialization of array. You can populate an array with the value in the following way. So how you have to define? Now numeric array 5 is the size of the array. Then we define here 14, 15, 17, 45 and 81. Got it? This one, how to initialize the value in array?
Yes, got it.
Okay. Then we define the multi-dimension array, which is defined as a 3 row and 3 column. So here 3 row is present, and in column wise 3 columns are present. The first is represented as row, second is represented as column. So like this one, the first dimension is represented as row, second dimension is represented as column. So once the array is declared, you need to populate. Populate means initialization. So here in the multi-dimension array, we populate the value. Here in the single dimension array, we populate the value. Means we store the value. For single dimension array, in a single row, we store the value 14, 15, 17, 45 and 81. In multi-dimension array, we store 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay?
Okay.
So now we go for storing the value numeric array 5, array 0 is 14, array 1 is 15, array 2 is 17, array 3 is 45, array 4 is 81. So it is another way for storing a value. As size is 5, but when you start with the index number 0, last position is 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 value, but if you count as a size, then it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 value you have to store in the array, and on the basis of the index number. So array index number is starting from 0, 0, 14, 1, 15, 2, 17, 3, 45, 4, 81. Okay.
Mhm.
So in
Okay.
single dimension array, for storing the value, if you want to store the value from user, then we're using accept statement. Accept array 0, array 1, array 2, array 3 and array 4. So 4 index number we pass where you store the value. Okay, then it is asking you the enter the value in array. So we pass the value in the array, and the 5 value has stored here. So after declaring and initializing the value in the array, you want to display the element on the screen. You can display the element in the screen by using of display keyword. You can display a particular element of an array by providing a subscript value. By the subscript value, we can store the value in an array. Okay.
Okay.
So in the next class, we go for how to initialize the value and how to display. Okay.
Mhm.
Bye.
So then, continue and
Bye. Tomorrow we meet. Okay. So next class. Okay. Next class we meet.